In this video tutorial, what I'd like to do is go over the process that you can utilize to download the audio lecture, if you will, podcasts that I've created for both real estate principles, real estate practice, and real estate finance classes. So for those three classes, you're able to download the audio podcasts, and one of the ways that I'm going to be showing you is using something called iTunes. So if you have an iPhone, an iPad, or an iPod, you're able to download and play these lectures anywhere that you happen to be located. So what I'm going to do is just, as you can see in front of you, I have iTunes running, which is the software from Apple. If you have one of those devices, in most cases you know how to utilize the software, but I'll just basically go through it with you. Down the bottom here, if I click on this, it'll show me what version of iTunes I have, which is 11.0.4.4. And the reason why I think it's good for you to go to the Help menu and check that, and I'll do that again so you see how that works. Go to the Help menu and click on it again, is so that you know if mine looks different than yours, significantly different, then you have a different version that I have. And so if I click on it again, you'll see this shows the iTunes version that we have. Anyway, on the left hand side here, this is your library on your computer, okay, showing what you have in your library, and this is your music. This would be if you had any movies you downloaded, any TV shows you downloaded, any podcasts, okay? And as you'll see right now, I don't have any real estate shows in here. When we get done, you'll see a real estate show in here. I have books. This right here is where we started with Genius, okay? This is just a, the opening screen. Down below are playlists, and these are things that you can create or utilize to organize files that you have. For example, you could have a playlist that would be for country western music, or a playlist for rock and roll, or for another one would be if you had you wanted to create a playlist of all the different, maybe you went into iTunes and looked for different kinds of podcasts about real estate and you wanted to download them and call it a real estate playlist. You could do it. Just think of it kind of like it's like an album, if you used an older term, where you have those files. So what I'm going to do in order to find the files for the podcast that I've created, I'm going to go to the iTunes store, which is right here. And what I'm going to do is that you see we have music, movies, TV shows, apps, books, podcasts, and all I really have to do in this case, if I clicked on podcasts, it would take me to the podcasts that they have in iTunes. But there's another way to do it, and the easiest way to do it. You'll look in here and just see a lot of different kinds of podcasts about, that people create. National Public Radio has podcasts, ABC, NBC, CBS, they all have podcasts. What we're going to do is I'm going to go up here and I'm going to click in this find box, and I'm just going to put in real estate principles, Principles, and when I press enter, you'll see it in a minute. It'll go in and it'll find real estate principles. Here we just have to wait for the system to fire up, and you're going to see that up at the top has got a list of the podcasts, but down below we have, and these pictures here are what we call album art, okay? It's like what's on the outside of a CD cover. And here I created this quite a while ago, but I'm just going to go down here. You can see that there's underneath that title, but right here I'm going to click on this, and what that's going to do is it's going to open up the album, and then you're going to see the shows that we have, and this will give you the show, which is show 1, and this, by the way, follows what's in the course outline. In the back of the course outline is the show and what's in the show. This shows you the time it runs. This is the date it was released. This right here, if you click on one of these, will show you what the description is, which is also in the syllabus. If I go down here and just pick another one like this one right here, you can see that it said this show provided an overview of both money type encumbrances, i.e. mortgages, mechanics liens, etc., and physical encumbrances like easements, building restrictions, and encroachments. So it gives you a description of what is in that show. Now, in order for you to subscribe to this, you just go up here and hit subscribe. And what will happen is that it'll go in, it'll create the link to do the subscription. It's going to ask you here if are you sure you want to subscribe, and it's telling you that the most recent episode will appear in the podcast section of your library. Okay, your library is over here. After it's been downloaded, future episodes will be downloaded automatically. That means if we would put them up, they're all up there now, and I'm going to show you in a minute how you download them all at one time. So if I hit subscribe, it will subscribe, okay, to the podcast. You'll see it up here animating. It's downloading it right now, that one level. You'll see now instead of having 10 podcasts, I have 11. And now I can go ahead and go back to my podcasts right here, and you'll see that now I have California Real Estate Principles, and that's right here. Now if I want to see, if I wanted to download more of these, or let's just say if I click here, if I wanted to listen to that show, I'll click on it, and it's all done on Blackboard, so we went over how to do that. Another thing that we mentioned during that particular class was the fact that that we have. So as you could see, you're able to listen to it as soon as you downloaded it on your computer. So that's the best way for you to be able to just listen to them whenever you would want if you're sitting in front of your computer. If you wanted to download all of them or specific ones, you'd click on the list button here, click on this little down link here, and then you'll notice right next to it is a list of a little link that you can download individual ones if you wanted to, or if you want to subscribe to all of them, you click here. And then by doing this, it says, are you sure you want to download all episodes of California Real Estate Principles? If you say yes, it will download them all and it will put them on your computer. Then if you are an iPhone, iPod, or iPad user, you know that the way you get stuff from the computer that you've downloaded to those devices is by plugging your device into your computer and just synchronizing it, and it will automatically copy those files to one of those devices, like for example your iPhone, and then you'll be able to listen to the podcast wherever you would want. Okay, so this gives you an idea how you're able to get this. Pretty simple. I would recommend that if you you should be reading the book, and then when you read the book you're going to find out that there are things that might be sort of confusing. You can go in here and you can listen to the podcast, which is tied to the information in the chapter. I go through and provide a lot of different examples and explanations that makes this sort of technical, difficult real estate topic a little bit easier to understand. And what's great about this is you can listen to it wherever you would like. You can be on a walk, be at work, be in the backyard working, be at the gym, wherever it is you can listen to it. You can listen to individual ones or you can listen to them all. And I want to thank you very much for taking the time to watch this demonstration.